Title of this video, is this clickbait or is this legit? Is this leak true? My personal opinion, straight up, I think it's clickbait. But I have been wrong on these claims before. I have made this claim and been wrong. What are your thoughts? There's been some updates to the Tesla Model Y in China, at its factory in China. A hacker called Green, you've probably heard of him. He believes that he's discovered some interesting information about the Tesla Model Y. Now, I don't think Green actually knows what he's talking about, and I'm going to explain why that is. But first of all, here's what the updates are, and here's what we could potentially see with the new Tesla Model Y. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. First of all, there is a new version. I've talked about this on the channel before, but in case you've missed it, the new version of the Tesla Model Y is the only version being built now for Tesla China's Gigafactory. What is different? The long-range model has about 4% more range. The standard range model has about 2% more range. The performance model has a couple of little tweaks. Other changes, they have new wheels, and they also have it's sort of an upgraded interior. There is that whole LED lighting in the vehicle. Very similar lighting to what you see in the current Tesla Model 3. They've also upgraded the dashboard. A couple of little minor changes like that. Nothing really big here. The biggest change, though, is to the standard range model. The single motor rear-wheel drive has a lot more power now. It's got about 80, I'm not exactly sure, but between 70 to 100 more horsepower because the performance has seen a big boost. It can now do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 5.9 seconds versus the previous 6.9 seconds approximately. That's 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, by the way, guys. Big improvement in that motor. So that's the biggest change here, other than the fact that a bit more range and slightly improved interior. But this is not the Juniper version. It's not the new whole refreshed version. There will be a version like that probably around the middle of next year, possibly 6 to 10 months from now. That's my guesstimate. But apparently this so-called genius called Green, who has made some comments about Tesla that everything he says is treated as gospel. It's often wrong. I want to give you some context here before I tell you what he's been saying. Take this with a grain of salt because, like I said, everyone prints this but it's a little bit clickbaity. And Green he's known to be like that. He's a bit of an antagonist. He's a bit of a provocateur, you might say. But he says that the new Tesla Model Y will also have some changes. I'm not sure what specifically, if these changes are true, but he says the 2024 Model Y will have paid range. So you have to pay extra money to get more than 260 miles of range. In other words, Tesla will reduce the range significantly by about 30 kilometers versus the old model. The new model can do about 465 kilometers of range, so about 280 miles. Green is saying Tesla is going to lock the range for non-Chinese made cars. I don't actually think Green even knows about the Chinese version having more range than this. I think he probably isn't aware of that fact, but he claims that outside of China, or he doesn't even say outside of China, but I'm assuming he means outside of China, everyone else will have to pay extra money to get the range unlocked from 260 miles. You pay more, you get the extra range. You get the range of the standard model in China. That's basically what he's saying. I'm guessing he's applying that not to the standard model as well, but also the long range version, possibly. But he doesn't give any specifics, so we're just guessing at this point. He also says that seat heating it's now a subscription feature for the Tesla Model Y for the 2024 model. So you've got to pay a subscription feature to unlock seat heating for the standard range version, the cheapest version of the car. The long range he doesn't mention. It sounds like it's just the standard range. Is this true? Will you have to pay more to unlock seat heating? Personally, I don't think this is true. I believe this is false. And like I said, Green has made some other accusations. He claimed that Tesla scammed the Euro NCAP safety score tests, and there was a special deal, some sort of corruption going on between the Euro NCAP and Tesla. It was proven that Green's claims there were completely false. This Australian website claims that they're geniuses and they uncovered this incredible information based on what Green said, that there was some great big scandal going on. I think it was always pretty obvious that was just a load of baloney. And it was a way to try and devalue the fact that Tesla absolutely safety scores for the Model Y. It was the most safe car ever tested by Euro NCAP. And I think then after that, though, they did test the new version of the Model S, and that actually beat the Model Y. But anyway, Model S is in first place. Tesla Model Y is now in second place to the Model S. And those safety scores were legit. So that's why I'm saying take this information with a grain of salt. The media is saying it's true because Green tweeted it. I'd be careful on that. Now, of course, BMW has done something similar. So has Audi. They've actually done this subscription idea. Audi is saying it hasn't worked for some reason. They're blaming customers, or I don't know, Audi. But Audi plans on continuing to do this subscription model. Tesla, though, is apparently leaning into paid software unlocks and software subscriptions more so. So people are saying that this is a way that Tesla hopes to make more money in the future by subscriptions and paid unlocks. No real proof of this yet. This is what people are claiming. Now, to be fair here, Tesla does charge a one-time fee of US $300 to unlock heated seating for the back seats of some of its cars, or at least it did at some point. I'm not sure if they're still doing that or not. So it is possible Tesla could install seat heaters on all of its seats in the future and then charge for, say, back seats or whatever. But basically, Green's saying they're charging for the front seats. I think that's pretty unlikely. But anyhow, in addition to the heated seats, the software update indicates, he says, that the 2024 Model Y will be software limited to a range of 260 miles. That's 418 kilometers. The same range figure as the current Model Y. That's what media have said. That's not the same range figure as the current Model Y. The current Model Y actually has a range of 455 kilometers, which is about 280 miles, just under 280 miles. So that's the non-Chinese version. The version currently being made in China has slightly more range than that. Now, I'm not talking CLTC, by the way, guys. I'm talking WLTP numbers here. So, like I said, I actually don't think any of this is true. I think that it's very likely that the current vehicle being sold in China that Tesla owners are getting, I think that's the vehicle that we'll all be receiving within the next few months. Obviously, Tesla in China is only making that version of the Model Y, and there's been no word in China about these so-called situation where Tesla's locking battery packs to actually decrease the range. I think that's really dumb. I don't think Tesla's going to do that, but they could. They did do that years ago with the Tesla Model S. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Bye-bye.